Why is it that there are so many people acting strange and having lapses in memory in Arcadia Bay? The simplest reason presented is drugs. But having played the first 3 episodes, it's starting to seem like Occam's razor might be defined by a different set of rules in the universe of Life is Strange. There are 4 people in the game so far who have had instances of acting out of character and/or having a loss of memory. Each of these instances is explained away as being because of using drugs or being dosed with drugs. I use drugs as an encompassing term, as many people seem to be confused as to how medicine works. I'll get back to the medicine later. The 2 most notable instances are Kate and Chloe. Kate had an instance of memory loss and acting completely out of character. Chloe also had an instance of memory loss. Both these instances occurred with Nathan Prescott in the proximity. Nathan acts as if he is either not thinking clearly or has witnessed something he does not understand. I have more deeply covered Nathan in another video, but my main point here is that both Kate and Nathan have made similar drawings. And Nathan has a history of doing things that are not rational. Maybe it is possible that Nathan was both a witness to Kate and Chloe acting strange and was also a victim of the same phenomenon, which would explain why Kate and Nathan both have similar drawings that indicate witnessing the same event. Another person who acts strangely while assumed to be under the influence of drugs is Frank. In a letter to Frank from Rachel, Rachel says that he scared her and not to blame the drugs.
Trouble in paradise.
Frank, that was not cool what you did, and don't blame the drugs. You actually scared me, and I thought you'd never chill out. I've never seen you act that way, and the next time will be the last. I'm a Leo, and we don't look back. I care about you and us, so maybe we need to break our routine. XORA.
What did Frank do to scare her? Did he say something to her that was scary? Was he telling her what he was seeing? A minor note is the weird lady at the diner in episode 2.
Hello there to you! Such a beautiful day, eh? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a super day. Enjoy your breakfast, eh?
I can't really figure out why she would be there. I don't think she's a reference to anything. So why is she there? Why is she acting weird? And why is she diligently looking out the window? Why are there so many people in Arcadia Bay having the same thing happen to them, and it being blamed on drugs? Well, the simplest answer is that it is drugs, to anyone who isn't Max. If you factor in that Max has the power of a god and is constantly gaining new ways to manipulate time, the answer is not so simple anymore. The simplest answer in that scenario becomes time magic. Max gains a new power every episode that throws everyone's assumptions out the window. They always foreshadow it, but in a way that you can't ever figure out until it happens. I think that maybe Max is going to be able to jump into other people's bodies through pictures. But because it's someone else's body and not hers, it's much harder to control them. I think this because there are 2 pictures of Rachel in the same area in episode 3. One looks like the Rachel we know, and the other looks like a Max-Rachel hybrid. Both pictures are from the diner area. One is just much harder to look at. But why would they be made to look so drastically different? The eyes, ears, hair, and mouth are subtly changed. The one thing people look for in missing children is the ears, because a kidnapper can't change the shape of a person's ears. How do you know that, Mari? Don't worry about it. Although I do think it's possible that Max will gain a power like this, I don't think it is Max who jumps into Kate and Chloe. The reason I think this is because of what Kate and Nathan drew. The simplest explanation is that both Kate and Nathan drew similar images in relation to a traumatic event. Or that both Kate and Nathan were shown something, the same way Max sees the hurricane. The question is, where are those images from, and who showed it to them? If Max says she can feel how powerful Rachel's spirit is, and feels like Rachel is guiding them,
It feels like Rachel is guiding us to the truth.
then does it make sense that Rachel is the one jumping into people and making them act crazy? And if Rachel is the one showing Kate and Nathan those images, where is she? I would like to take a moment to explain why I refuse to acknowledge the typical uses for Nathan's medicine. For one, I don't like making theories based off a psychiatric diagnosis. I am not a doctor, so anything I would say would be from a place of ignorance. Second, the shit people theorize around a quick Google search about risperidone is so incorrect that I don't even know what to say. Stacy takes risperidone for anxiety, and I've taken a similar antipsychotic named Geodon. If you Google Geodon, it says the same thing in that short blurb. So when you make the dramatic and shocking theories about Nathan and his assumed diagnosis, you should remember that you're saying that about Stacy and I as well. There was a time when I wanted to hide that part of me, because of the things people are assuming about Nathan's medication. But I don't have anything to be ashamed of, and neither does Stacy. Even though I do feel a little embarrassed admitting all of this, I do want to show that taking an antipsychotic doesn't mean you're a danger to society, and neither does a diagnosis of bipolar or schizophrenia. It just means you need some medicine in order to think more clearly, and some support from your friends and family. And one last note. When you take medicine, it helps with a chemical imbalance. So people who take medicine don't feel high. If someone is bipolar and takes bipolar medicine, they feel normal. If someone is not bipolar and takes bipolar medicine, they would feel really sick. No one gets high.